My people, how na dey? I hope say na dey fine, everything dey okay with you. For this side, our whole day good. My people, my name still remain AU David. It never change. Today we have good news for you. Before we go into the news, first of all, let me beg the word when people the Oyibo they call apology. Let me beg you for forgiveness for not coming to online or feed you with the informations since then. The one they call breaking transmission. Wow, this my brain don't they carry something now. My brain don't they carry something. The one they call breaking transmission is because of what happened. My people talk and say na chuku when they hand now make you not feel remove the one when they leg. So you first of all remove the one when they hand before you talk of the one when they leg. I know so many people don't understand that one. In case somebody deal with you when you don't understand, you fit tell them. Help me there. My people, today we going to talk about the right of immigrant. We still talk about the document when deal with you, the benefits when they associate with the document, or if there is benefit or not. They will also be talking about what we call bonus, when the government they give people the negative and positive about the bonus. It dey danger or you not dey danger. So the long term and short term of the benefit waiting in me now low or not be low. So we will talk about so many things today. So because people that are going to be listening to us or viewing our video are not just Nigerians, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, and every other countries, both the one that speak English or speaking French and every other languages. Many will like to translate it and get it right what we are saying. So we are not going to be using the pidgin English. We are going to be using the good English, the one they call Queen's English. Hi, Queen's English. Because repeat again, Queen's English. Yes, I'm a point. So we will be using the Queen's English. Even correct? Queen's. Take it like that, whether I correct or not correct, just take it. We'll be using that one. So and we are going to be interviewing one of our finest, our brother, who have seen or who have the answer to the question on his desk. We'll be asking him, because you have been sending me messages, you have been calling me, you have been asking me some of these questions. So I decided to go and interview him so that he will tell us what he knows about is our brother Barrister Hilarry. Barrister Hilarry is an immigration lawyer. He handles every cases that have to do with immigrant. We will be leaving his contact on the description section in case you wish to reach him. If you have any challenges in reaching him, contact us in any of our social media handle, AU David, or leave your comment on the comment section. Then we will get back to you. Now let's continue with the interview. Today we will not be speaking the pidgin English. You know our program mostly on pidgin English. Today we will not be speaking pidgin English because of the nature of the program we have today. Because these affect both Nigerians and not Nigerians, or African, in fact all the immigrants, those who don't even speak English, so that they will be able to translate it and get it right. Because of the demand and the questions that you people have been asking, we have decided to take it out to see who will provide solution to the questions that you have been putting in to us. Today we went out to see one of our own, one of our finest, the man who has the answer to the question you have been asking on his desk. Therefore, we went out to see our brother Barrister Hilarry. Barrister Hilarry is an immigrant lawyer based in this country, Italy. He handles all the cases that have to do with immigrants. In case you have a difficulty in doing your cases, he's available. And I bet you by the time you come in contact with him, you will know that you have made the best. So in case you also find it difficult to locate Barrister Hilarry, please contact us through our social media, which you know already. So we will direct you how to. Larry, thank you for having us here.
Thank you too.
Okay, sir. Well, sir. So today, sir, we have so many challenges as an immigrant in this country. So we decided to come so we provide solution to the undying question that our people have been asking. So I will start from asking you this question. Start from what are the rights of an immigrant? When we say an immigrant, we're talking about the people that are working with contracts, the people that don't even have work. Some of them are not even in the camp yet. Again, they are just in the street looking for their daily bread. And those who are also in the camp, whether they have document or not. We want to know, putting all this set of people together, what are their rights in this country, Italy?
Yes, first of all, we have to say something to make it easier for people to understand, is that when you're talking about rights of immigrants, first of all, you're talking of right of a human being. So, according to the human right that Italian government has signed and received into this jurisdiction, all people, you are immigrant or you're not immigrant, you have some rights that belongs to you for being born human being. Okay? And about the foreigners, so we have to divide them in EU citizens and extra EU citizens. So if we're talking of the Africans, obviously they are the extra EU citizens. Okay? So there are many aspects, many rights we can talk about, but since here we're talking of those who are here in Europe and specifically in Italy struggling, is that you should first know that you need your resident permit, and how you get your resident permit is not always something general. It depends on specific cases, case by case. Okay? So what happens is this, is that those who are having children born here, they have some certain rights that the Constitution, the Italian Constitution, aim to guide because of the children. This is why we have documents like Articolo 31 that you get granted from the Court of Minors. Okay? And you have the ordinary document for job, but to have those for job, it means that you came in legally, and later you were granted a working resident permit, or you came in illegally, but after you went through some procedure to have a regular resident permit, like what we just experienced in May and June till August 2020 this year for the Sanitoria, because the Italian government knows that not always they have good agreement with African countries for them to a partnership for repatriating people or making agreement for specific citizens. Okay, so what happened, they know that they cannot just bust into houses and carry out people and catch them and send them back to their country like that. So once in a while they realize that those who have some certain rights and certain profiles, they can be granted documents. Okay, so this is one aspect of it. And those who their children were born in Italy and they up to 18 years and they can have the Italian citizen, so it means it become that a foreigner, even having and being a paperless person without resident permit, but having a son who was born and up to 18 was granted the Italian citizenship, means that that person becomes a foreigner but mother or father to an Italian citizen, and according to the Italian constitution, the whole family, the unity of the family, has to be guided by the constitution law.
Oh, thank you. Talking about during the course of your explaining this, you mentioned a document I just read, the Sanitoria. Now we learned that this Sanitoria, many people put in since June. Since June that they have put in for this document, the government have not responded to them. What do you think will be the reason that the government have not responded to them since June?
First of all, I have to say that if you regularly deposited all documentation, no worries, because we are in a kind of tragical situation right now due to the COVID-19. So what happens is this, that most of the workers working in the public administration, working for the public administration, they are not going to work. Most of them are in smart working, and so the procedures are all very, very slow. But since the demand of the Sanatoria was huge, so the people physically working in the administration, they are few. So they have many files to still work on. So you don't have to be worried, because according to that law of Sanatoria, each of you that demanded and started the procedure of Sanatoria, you cannot be deported from the Italian, from this country, from the Italian soil, because that law specifically says that those who ask for that law, go through that law, cannot be sent to their own country.
Okay. Talking about this Sanitoria document, we heard that when giving, when you receive the document from the caregivers, that is the Abadanti, will be pay €150 per month, and those who are working in the farm will also be paying 300. How true is this? And if it is true, this payment, is it the same with the normal deduction of tax?
No, absolutely no, because if in Italy, if you're working for a person, it's the employee that pays your taxes. So any kind of bargain with the employee where the worker pays his own taxes is against the law. So absolutely it's not true. And if you're doing such thing, know that you're not respecting the law.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now we are talking about documents. Now we have a different type of document, like the Carta, the 00, the one we call 00, as a layman will say 00, yes. The Carta. Then the 5 years document, the 2 years, and the 1 year. So we heard, we don't know how true is it, but we heard that all these the documents have different benefits attached to it. If there's different benefit, if it is true, what are the benefits attached to each of these documents?
You know, we have different bonus.
No, we're talking about documents.
Yes, but the document you mentioned is that for what generally the foreigners, the immigrants call 00, is the long stay permit. It means that it has no expiring date, okay? But for the government to grant you such document means that the government is very sure that you've proved through your papers and your documents that you, with your work, with your job, you contribute financially to pay taxes to this country. Okay? So then says that you can stay here forever, okay, with that document. So if you're talking about benefit for that kind of document, you're talking of benefit for all kind of citizens, Italians and immigrants. Okay? Then, according to the one you say 5 years document, 5 years document can be for international protection.